All right, Instant Sandbox. And I posted a picture of the first card. I'm going to just continue to do that through the game. I'm going to post a picture of the card so you kind of have an image of what we're talking about each time. There you are, Gala. Look at you all made up.
Oh, it's not good. I hate that picture. Yeah, the dress is gorgeous.
You're adorable.
I got a big fucking nose.
I'm honestly just like focused on those dick-sucking lips right now.
I know, you're just like the reddest shit ever. Like, it makes me look pale as fuck.
Stop making me laugh!
All right, so Instant Sandbox, we're gonna move on because otherwise we're never going to get anywhere. We're just going to be and gossip and have fun and bore Joe to tears.
Yeah.
Huh? Welcome to the coven, Joe. The three of us together really are the trio is rocking. Yeah, we're a law school.
Don't your kids around us.
Yeah, no, never. So you start out in the realm between, which is indicated by the star card, and it is the space between the Shadowfell and the Wilde. It is a small kingdom located right on the border, with a river that goes down the center of it. And one side is in shadow, and one side is in the light of day. The realms between are ruled by the 8 queens. The queens of the south. Go ahead, put them up here for you right now. 1 second. Queens of the south. Queens of the east. The queens of the north. And the queens of the west. And all of the people who live within the realms between look to the Lady of the Tower for advice, for guidance, for knowledge, and for answers to questions in life. She reigns in the lightning-struck tower at the edge of the court, and she is the source of information, of knowledge, of guidance within the realm. You all have come to the courts of the 8 queens in search of an answer that is personal to yourself, and are waiting your time to talk to the Lady of the Tower. And I would like you to go ahead and introduce your characters. Let's go ahead and start with you, Joe.
All right, awesome. So I've got a Yonti Hexblade Warlock. Silas the Remained, or he just likes to be called Drift, and I'm gonna try a new accent, and I'm bad at accents, so I apologize, but I'm gonna go for like a Midwestern Minnesota.
Okay, Minnesota Yonti.
Yeah.
I love it.
Right. Well, I've never played a Warlock before, and I think part of the reason is I try to shy away from the whole like grim dark archetype in D&D. So I think those characters are really fun to make, but then when you actually play them and they're just like standoffish and quiet and grumpy, and it just ends up being kind of boring to play. So I wanted to go like very grim dark character and then play him kind of opposite to that. I love it.
I love you. I love it. All right. And you be thinking of your question that you want to ask, maybe a little bit, that you want to ask of the lady in the tower.
Well, I'm kind of thinking Silas might be there under false pretenses. He's part of an ancient tribe of Yanti that was wiped out in some horrific, not defined way, and for some reason he ended up wandering Shadowfell, and was sort of adopted or collected by the Raven Queen, and now he works for her. And the Raven Queen is very Raven-like in that she's all about collecting things. Shiny things and people and memories. So Silas is now one of her agents, and I think he might be here on an errand for her.
Well, you have a friend in court in one of the queens of the South, who is known as the Queen of Ravens.
Perfect.
So in that first picture of the queens, the one that's the card that is all red with the black wings, that is the Queen of Ravens. All right, and Gala, would you go ahead with your character, please?
Yes, I am Jed. I am a goblin bard. Life has been so freaking hard. So I am here to ask questions, maybe get some answer. She has short hair, but it's put up in two pigtails above her head. She kind of wears the outfit that you see her in. It's kind of masculine. She's 3'2". And on her back, she has a large pink guitar.
Oh, a pink guitar. I love it. All right. So you are here, you have arrived at the court. Did you come from the Feywild or did you come from the Shadowfell?
Well, I have came from the Feywild. My skin, even though I am a goblin, is kind of light blue-green, kind of aquamarine to teal. It's a very, you got to look very close. But when you get up, you notice she has these big lavender eyes. But there is a crack in it. Like her contacts are old, and she doesn't have no money to like get them fixed. So she's like every now and then she like tries to stick the contact right back up into where they connect.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So you have a question for the queen for the lady in the tower?
I sure do. What the fuck am I doing here?
All right, the best kind of question. And with that, Dippy, would you go ahead and introduce us to your characters? And if you guys wouldn't mind, write your names in the channel so that I can actually read them and remember them.
Oh, yep. So my character's name is Ilandria Solali. She goes by Isla. She is a druid, Protector Asimar, and she's from the Circle of the Land. But she got really, really bored with like just kind of like gathering around a tree or a stone or like a wounded animal every morning with her people and like chanting for 8 hours a day. So she's like, I'm gonna leave. I feel like there's more to explore out here. So she's from the Feywild, but she's kind of like searching spiritually for herself. Like she doesn't really know if she believes in gods or if she believes in nature first and foremost. So
I see.
I think her question probably would be, what is the purpose? Like, what is the meaning of life? And please don't say 42.
Of course it is the meaning of life. Of course it is the meaning of life. What else would it be?
And if you say 42,
Skipping right to the big question.
Kill you. But she's dressed. It looks like she made her entire outfit out of moss, and the moss is slowly dying.
All right. All
Parts
right.
of it
So,
are green, but other parts of it are like kind of brown and gross looking.
okay, what else does she look like?
Her hair is kind of grayish blue, kind of like everything about her kind of looks something akin to like, oh, that reminds me of bark. Oh, her skin kind of reminds me of like stagnant lake water.
I see. Okay.
Her eyes are very dark, almost black, like brown to the point of almost being black. And she constantly just has like war paint on her face for no other
Mm-hmm.
reason than she thinks it makes her eyes pop.
All right.
Tall,
Well, you have
skinny, but
all.
also just like she like kind of she slouches a little bit because she is tall. Like she's a tall girl, and she's like, yeah, I don't want to be tall. So she just kind of like constantly hunches over a little bit.
All right. Well, you have all assembled in the court of the eight queens around the center fountain that is the is sort of the lifeblood place of the court. And all of the people that populate the court and that live here and serve the queens generally congregate there in their off hours. And it is a sheltered place, a dark place, but one that you, Elandria, especially will feel comfortable with. Oh, I love Jade. There, she's quite beautiful there. It is and Elandria, I love her. And give me her name. Write her name down so I get it right and remember it.
I
Please.
just want to like say that fucking. Did you know that alcohol worked so goddamn quickly?
Oh my God.
That's all.
All right.
Yes, I'm aware of this.
and Silas the Remained is also known as Drift, and he's there as well, sort of taking up his position there in the shadows. Islandria,
Isla.
Isla, you feel the fountain draws you. The moss within it glows a little bit, and it looks as if it's something that you probably would bond with and use easily. The water that flows from it smells like home. The fountain itself appeals to you on an integral basis, and you find yourself drawn to the edge of it, trailing your fingers in it, bathing your skin in the waters of the fountain. Jade, you are there as well at the side of the fountain. You see this person communing almost with it, sitting beside the fountain, gazing deeply within the waters, caressing the patches of moss that grow on the fountain itself, and just 100% involving herself with the fountain. She's entranced by it. She doesn't see anything else around her. And as you're sitting there with your pink guitar, the musicality of the water strikes you, and you feel as if it is drawing you in and giving you comfort as well.
I feel so inspired.
Exactly. Silas, you see these two disparate women, one tiny and quite blue-green and vivacious and rather cute in a goblinesque way, and one tall and stately and incredibly otherworldly, sitting there or standing there beside the fountain in the center of the courtyard, just absolutely wrapped up, enraptured by the fountain itself. Jay, did you want to speak with her at all?
Yeah. How's
right.
everybody doing? It's I can't keep it up. I keep slipping into Irish.
Oh, I love it.
Real quick question, because I know that you auntie have different visages. Do you have legs or do you have the snaky bottom?
Yeah, Silas is more or less human shaped, but maybe like a little too slender, and his limbs don't really look like they bend at the joints so much as they're almost like articulated along the length of them, like a snake's body. You know, that's kind of the impression you get when he moves.
So, you scared the living shit out of me. Holy hell! Do you see this lady in here? She is so pretty.
Yes, quite stunning.
Do you know what? I think I am going to throw something at her. Do you know, to get her attention?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
just kind of
pick up
stand
a
back and
rock.
watch.
I'm gonna pick up a rock and I'm gonna try to skip it by her and hit them, like landing on a moss.
All right, roll an armed attack.
Oh my god, guess what? This is the first character I've had with an unarmed attack that had anything for fucking damage. I got like a 1 damage.
All right. Yeah, no,
Wow, I hit a 9.
I don't think a 9 hits her AC, so you don't get the rock quite to her, but it does hit the base of the fountain, roll across the moss, and plunk in the water sort of in front of you, Isla.
She doesn't actually look around. She's just staring at the rock for a second, and then she picks it up and like observes it and turns it over in her hands. She's like, "Where did you come from?"
And you notice as you contemplate it that as a circle of the land druid, you're quite familiar with various kinds of rocks, and this small pebble is a river-swept, river-washed, rounded pebble of a greenish jade.
Wilde, can I use prestidigitation to throw my voice towards the rock?
Can you? I mean, I believe that's exactly what prestidigitation is.
So, hey, look behind you. There are people watching you.
Isla, this rock just spoke to you.
She throws it as far away as she can. But then she looks behind her.
All right, I need you to make an unarmed strike, please.
What you see is a big smiling goblin just waving her hand, and I'm going to use my elbow and hit Silas, who I don't know who he is yet. But I'm going to be like, did you see that? That was fucking hilarious.
I got a 3.
All right, with a 3, your throw, it absolutely intends to go the distance, but you do that overhand throw thing where you let go of it too soon and it goes way up in the air and then falls down right in front of you, and it absolutely lands in the top part of the fountain with a plunk and a splash. And as soon as that happens, the fountain keeper steps forward out of the shadows and looks at you and says, "Excuse me, what are you doing?"
That stone just spoke to me.
But it doesn't belong in the fountain.
I didn't mean to throw it into the fountain. I was trying to get it very far away. That did not work. I do apologize. Did I hurt the fountain?
he examines it closely and carefully and says, no, but in the future, this is a place of veneration, of peace and contemplation for all within the realms between. Please don't desecrate it.
I didn't mean to Okay, sorry. I'm so sorry. And she's gonna look around and see this smiling goblin and be like, Did you throw that rock at me?
What? Me?
Yes, you.
Do I look like I could throw? And I'm gonna pull out a notepad and write on it, don't be in ceremonial sink. Okay.
Okay, so you've made a note to yourself to not be in the ceremonial sink. Yes. And the keeper of the traditions, the keeper of the fountain, reaches up, retrieves the small rock, and hands it back to you, Isla. And you can add this to your possessions if you wish. It is a small pebble of jade, polished jade.
All right. She kind of looks at it, and then looks at him, and looks at the goblin, and then she very carefully puts it in her bag.
Right, absolutely, as it should be. So you have now acquired a small pebble of jade.
Oh, right.
That seemed to have spoken to you at some point in time.
I think Silas kind of walks over now to the fountain and just, with a very unimpressed look on his face, leans over the side and looks in, and then looks at the keeper and says, "Neat fountain. Is it going to be much longer, do you think?"
It is what going to be much longer.
The queens, are they ready to see us?
Oh, the queens. You're here to see the queens? Oh, I did not know that you had an audience today. I did not know there were any audiences today. I thought you were here to see the lady.
I suppose queens are ladies.
No, you misunderstand. The queens hold audiences, yes, but they're not holding them today. The lady in the tower is holding audiences. Everyone here in the court of the fountain is waiting to see the lady in the tower. Did you wish to ask a question of her?
I suppose, is the Raven Queen around?
Well, the Raven Queen is a goddess, and she's never around. The Queen of Ravens is here, I believe, in her chambers. Did you wish an audience with her?
So there's a Queen of Ravens and there's a Raven Queen?
Yes. The Raven Queen is a goddess. The Queen of Ravens is her avatar here in the realms between.
Yeah.
I love him.
I've just got a little notebook that I pull out at this point and go back and look at what my instructions actually were.
Do you want to copy my notes? I've got very important notes. Like this note right here that says not all queens are women.
You betcha. Why don't you hold on to that?
What about this note? Don't be in the sinks. You might need that one.
I think I can remember.
You look like the kind of person that pees in sinks.
He just winks.
I can't.
I'm regretting as well.
My face hurts.
And as you're...
I was going to be smiling this whole time.
Right? As you're standing, the page comes forward from the lady and says, "The lady is now seeing Prince. Please make your request, and I will escort you up." and he's very dignified. He carries a scale of balances, and your requests are made sort of in written form. You place your request in the balance, and your request is measured against someone else's, and the ones whose request is heavier, it goes first. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
So, are there cards that we got to put this on, or do they like draw it out of our brain? How does this work?
Well, he in his other hand he holds a deck of cards and says, if you do not have your request made already in a written form, you may draw a card and see if that represents your request.
Would you guys like to go first? Because, like, I am kind of unsure.
I think Grift is pretty confused about what his actual instructions were here, so he'll just grab a card.
All right. So Drift takes the top card.
Yeah, pulls it off the top, and without even looking at it, just hands it to the caretaker.
All right. And you have pulled the devil.
Yeah.
And it's a rather interesting devil. It is the devil with snakes for dick.
Yeah.
That's kind of ironic.
Yeah.
I think I used to know that guy.
And he looks at the card and looks at you and looks at the card again and says, well, I would presume that as a yuan-ti, you very definitely have questions regarding your serpentine nature in the world. And obviously, you have an agenda of your own from this card, which means that you are a game player and someone who has secrets.
Oh, if you say so, bud.
And he carefully places the card in one of the basins of his scale, and he looks to you, Isla, and says, do you have your request written out, or do you need to draw a card?
Well, I didn't write it, but I know what my request is. Should I write it down first?
Yes, that would be fine, and that would be. Do you have a little piece of paper? If not, maybe one of your companions has a piece of paper they can give you.
I don't know these people.
Drift already has his notebook out, writing "dick snakes" with a big question mark, and he pauses and pulls off a blank sheet of paper and hands it over.
Oh, thank you. And she writes down, what is the meaning of life? And then puts it on the scale.
All right, and we're going to say that the left scale, where Isla's request is 1, and the right scale, where the devil with snakes for his dick, is 2. And flip the coin. And hold on 1 second, let me get the coin out here.
I'm really curious which one of these is going to be more important.
Flips. And I will flip the coin, and then we will see which way it goes. And it did land on heads. So that would be Isla's turn first. Go ahead and photo the coin here. Which Boogie was licking me, so it blurred.
You see Jade sitting there kind of on her tippy toes trying to copy Silas's notes and writes, what is dick snakes?
Of course she does.
That's why we're here.
Yeah. So Isla, you go first to meet the lady. And the page takes you... Huh?
All right.
Yeah. The page takes you up the stairs of the tower off of the court of the fountain. And it is a tall tower. Takes you quite a long time to climb these stairs. It is lightning struck. It is crumbling in places. There are steps that are like half missing and half there. candles light the way up the inside of the tower, but because of the lightning-struck nature of it, there's wind that blows through it constantly, and some of the candles have guttered out, and many of them have wax trails that run down the sides all the way to the floor, where they've been lit and restuck into the wax over and over again, so that the wax almost blocks the step going past it. It is menacing. The wind whistles in your ear. You get the feeling that in a storm, being anywhere near this tower would be incredibly dangerous.
Now, who do you suppose their candle guy is? A lot of candles.
Don't blow them out.
There's no one to answer this question because the page has gone on with Isla. But as you're standing there, out of the shadows steps a man, and he makes many hand gestures. He almost looks like a magician doing sleight of hand and intense legerdemain type of tricks. And he's hooded, but you can see his smile is friendly and open and kind. That's all you can see of his face is his smile and his ever-moving hands. As he steps forward and he says, "I light the candles."
Oh, love that card.
And he introduces himself as the alley man, the one that takes care of things. And you realize that you have met the court's handyman, the seneschal, the major domo, the one who makes sure that things get done within the court.
Oh, hey there, bud.
He shakes your hand, and then he goes on to shake your hand, Jade, and says, "Your friend is going up to meet the lady, I see." And looks up the stairs as Isla winds her way up the stairs behind the page. 3, maybe 2 stories above you, slowly making her way up this spiral staircase that goes up the inside of this tower. And he looks at you two and says, you have questions for the lady as well, I presume."
I am going to have to pull out a card because my only question is how the fuck did I get here, and I don't think that's going to weigh very well.
And he says, "But that is an interesting question that we all ask, isn't it? Don't we all want to know how we got here?"
Yes, well, I would assume that it is all the bad decisions that I have made. So, I don't really think I need that one answered. I would like to draw a card. Maybe I will get snake dicks too.
Oh no, you won't. I can guarantee you that, because your friend got that, and there's only ever one card for each draw.
So, Drift, you said your name was, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I think I got the answer for you. Your snake dicks is STD.
It's a what?
It's STD, something transmitted disease.
Oh my god.
Or wait, maybe the D stands for something transmitted dicks.
Sure,
It makes
bud.
sense to me.
Let's put that in the maybe column, and we'll just go see what the lady says.
If you give her snake dicks, she's going to be very mad at you.
Yeah, he just shrugs.
With that, Isla, you hear the conversation fading behind you as your newfound friends share some light speculation with the alleyman, and you are taken into the presence of the lady. And she is seated in a room at the top of the tower that is open to the stars. and above her hangs a crescent moon. She's seated on a rock, and she's quietly playing a harp, lightly playing a harp, as she looks up and welcomes you to her presence.
Enough.
Oh, hello. Yes, hi. I'm sorry if I interrupted. That was beautiful. If you wanted to keep playing, you could do that, and then we can talk after.
She sets the harp aside and says, "No, I play always whenever there is no one present. It is the music of the stars of the realm."
So it sounds like you might have kind of a good understanding of the world and how it works. Do you know what my question was?
I believe that you, and she takes your hands in hers and looks into your hands, and then looks into your eyes, and then takes you over and sits you down on her rock, and says, rather than ask or answer a question, I wish you to feel. Feel the earth, feel it underneath you. Yes, you're up in a tower, but this rock is the earth. It is the world. It is the land. Feel it reach into you. I think your question is, how do you connect to the land?
Well, I mean, technically that wasn't my question, but all right, I'll feel. And she's gonna like put her hands together and like close her eyes like she's praying.
And she says, no, your question was about the meaning of life, but don't you see your meaning is to be connected?
That's intensely deep. I know my question was kind of deep, but I wasn't expecting a deep answer. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, my dear, the rocks are deep.
Well, yes, they're rocks. That's like that's what, yes, that's what the whole world, it's just a rock covered in like grass.
Were you not gifted a rock?
How do you know about my rock?
And she just smiles mysteriously.
Does it actually talk?
No, it does not physically talk. It may talk to you, though.
She's gonna pull the rock out of her bag and like hold it out. Like, is it a magic rock?
I don't sense any particular magic in it other than the magic of existence. But who knows what it may find and reveal to you down the road. I would keep it if I were you. Contemplate it.
I mean, it's small. If I swallowed it, do you think I would become more powerful?
No, my dear, that would be a very silly thing to do. No, I would keep it, contemplate it, maybe use it as a part of your meditation.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you. Also,
And
considering how well put together your page is, you might consider, and this is not at all a criticism, you might consider renovating the place a bit. The walk up here was incredibly uncomfortable.
it's supposed to, my dear.
Oh, well, in that case, yes, good on you.
It is a challenge. All answers are worth the challenge, are they not?
That is yeah, all right. Okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to go this way, but I like you.
She catches your hand again and says, you have a purpose in this land. The land has a task for you. I do not know what it is yet. It has not yet been revealed, but you have a purpose here. You've already made friends, and there is coming some sort of work, some sort of quest, some sort of adventure for you. So do not feel as if your question is unanswered. Feel as if your question is being answered.
I feel like I've just joined a cult. This is amazing. Thank you.
And with that, the page holds the door open and indicates that your time is done.
Bye. Thank you again. Your harp playing is
And
lovely.
She waves at you and picks up her harp again.
And yeah, Isla just kind of makes her way back down the stairs, but she looks like super proud of herself.
As you make your way down the stairs, you see your friends in conversation with this odd man whose hands are moving constantly. Just nothing about him is still. He's pleasant looking, friendly. The smile on his face is inviting. You cannot see his eyes, but he is 100% engaged in deep conversation with your friends. And his hands just move constantly.
She kind of like skirts around him to avoid getting like hit with those hands. She kind of like, stands in between the two of her new friends, who she still doesn't know their names.
Right?
Like, oh,
I think Silas is saying, "Yeah, so all the candles you say. That's real neat, bud. And it's just you then."
Yes, yeah, no, I have charge of it all.
Oh, Isla, how'd it go? What's the meaning then?
I have no idea, but I feel really good about not knowing.
Oh well, good for you, bud.
What's your name, by the way?
Oh, you most people just call me Drift.
All right, and you, tiny green one.
Oh, my name is Jade.
That makes sense. It tracks, actually. Nice to meet you. Oh my god, you threw the stone at me.
What?
Oh my god.
No.
You totally did. It's literally a jade stone, and your name is Jade. It's too much of a coincidence.
It is a very good coincidence.
Sorry, Jade. I think she's got you there.
Shh.
See, you just got told. He just told on you. You're a snitch, and I don't think I trust you anymore. But thank you for telling me the truth.
Did you know that Drift here, he's boneless.
He wouldn't be able to stand if he didn't have bones.
Are you sure?
She's got a good point there, bud.
Oh.
I don't claim to be like a master of, anatomy, but no, pretty sure he does have bones.
Okay, hold on a second. You asked Drift's name, and you've asked my name. What is your name?
Oh, my name is Isla. Sorry. That was very impolite. Isla, hello. Nice to meet you.
You are beautiful.
Thank you. Are you hitting on me?
No, well, maybe a little bit, but it is not. I am just taken back and inspired by your beauty.
I am receptive to this.
But I think it is your turn to go take your card up with your snake dicks and find out what your SD dicks are.
Wait, I'm sorry.
And
snake dicks?
That's mostly just a rumor.
Ow!
And the page steps forward with his scales one more time. One side of the scales is still holding the card with the devil with the snakes for dick, and the other side is empty. And he looks at you, Jade, and says, "Did you wish to put your question on the scale?"
Yes. Do I have to take it from the top?
Oh, you're going to draw a card. Yes, you do have to take it from the top.
Okay. Can you bend down some? I am very short.
he bends down and his scales actually touch the ground and the chains kind of loop along the pavement for a second as he fans the cards out in front of you, and you could take the first card.
I'm gonna cover my left eye and turn my head towards these guys and look at them with my right eye and take the top card.
All right. And he looks at the card and he says, I'm not sure if you have a story to tell or if you're part of the story or whether you are waiting for the story to be told, but you have picked the storyteller.
Oh.
Go ahead and place it in the scale.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of, very, kind of scared. She's gonna, like, hold it up above it and let it fall down on the scale.
And it balances completely, and he says, well, we will have to flip a coin again. And so call the coins, heads or tails, guys.
Go ahead, Joe.
Oh, how about heads?
All right. No, it is tails this time. One second here.
How, like, creepily appropriate is this deck, though? I will never get over how uncomfortable this deck makes me.
The deck looks like something I would, or the card looks like something I would figure that a goblin would draw.
Yup.
Right?
Totally.
Well, it's probably done by the publishing Goblin, so...
Yeah, it was made by the publishing Goblin, so, you know. So, the page leads you up the stairs, Jade. Past the candles that drip down, over the steps that are broken, past the windows that issue forth the moaning sound of the wind passing through. As you climb the stairs, make a dexterity save. You are small, and stairs are large and treacherous.
22.
Oh, you are very dexterous. You were able to climb the stairs with no trouble. You do trip on one of the steps where the wax is slippery and extends further out than normal. And as you clutch at the wax and pull yourself back up, you find the stub of a candle in your hand.
The only reason why she didn't fall back was because her guitar was still on the last stair and it held her up.
And as you look at the candle and turn it in your hand, you realize that it is lit. And as you turn it in your hand, it appears black, with a black flame, but you turn it around and it appears white, with a white flame. And the page looks at you and says, how interesting, you have found it. That is the everlit candle. It will never go out.
Oh. Is this because the alleyman, it's his special candle?
I believe that he had custody of it at one time, but it was lost long ago. It has come to you and is yours now, so you may add that to your inventory. That is the everlit candle. It will not go out, so you will have to figure out a way to carry that candle in its lit form with you wherever you go, and be careful of the flame.
Oh. And he tells her this?
Yes.
Okay. And she's gonna hold it in her hand while she continues going up, like, but I'm gonna make it jade colored with prestidigitation. The flame.
Oh, yeah. No problem. So the flame flickers for a moment and takes on a greenish glow that emanates out from it. And the candle itself is made of this tallow-like wax, and while it does still shade from black to white and back again, it also takes on the greenish sort of translucent glow of jade. And he looks at you and says, "Yes, no, obviously that is your candle now. It is. You have made it your own."
I didn't even have to lick it. That is
I
great.
I mean, in times of great difficulty, I believe tallow is edible, but I would not attempt it truly. It does not taste good.
You are probably right.
So you are led within the chamber of the lady, and she looks at you and says, "Oh, you've found the candle. How marvelous." Sets her harp aside and comes up, takes your hand, the one that's not holding the candle, and pulls you into almost an embrace as she leads you over to the rock where she was seated and gestures up at the stars and says, "See, the stars stay lit just like your candle."
Oh, so my candle is Star.
That is what you've named it?
Oh, naming is very important. I don't know. Do you think it likes the name Star?
I think that any being would be overjoyed to be named Star. There is no higher name.
You may be right. Do you know about this story?
I do not know your story. I know you have a story. I know you will be part of the story, and I know that you may, at some point in time, tell the story. Are you not a storyteller, young bard?
Yeah. But you know, sometimes people they don't appreciate good stories. It's like they are so busy in their life that like they don't have time for somebody else's joys.
That's very, very true. I do understand what you're saying. Yes, you're right. People don't always appreciate good stories. However, the stories remain. The stories do not die. They gain in power the more they are told. And so, eventually, everyone comes to a realization that their story is their own, and that it goes on. And even after we're gone, our stories remain. A wise man once said, "A man is not dead until the ripples have died away that he left in the world."
That man, he must have threw lots of stones.
Well, he did tell lots of stories. That man was Terry Pratchett.
Do you do you know the reason why the cards told me to come up and see you?
No, my dear, I do not. Why did you, what was your question?
Oh, mostly I was just like, how the fuck did I get here? And now I'm just like, you know, there is the bendy dude. His name is Drift, and then there's Isley. She is very beautiful, and she was like otherworldly and stuff. And like, I feel like, you know what? I think that I am here to write their story.
I think that is a very wise observation. I have a question for you, though. Do you truly not know how you got there?
Well, you know, no, not really. I was like drunk at the bar, and then there was like, you know, lots of like spice going around, and then the next thing I know, there was like this beautiful lady wearing just moss in the water, and I thought, oh wow, this is really weird dream. And then like now I am here, and my legs hurt, and I have a candle.
Well, my dear, I think that you are here because you are supposed to be here. The how may never be clear to us. The why, I think, is because you have a story to tell. You are definitely part of a story. So I suggest that you stop wondering about the how and start thinking about the what
And the where.
and the where. The where is the realm between. The where is the court of the 8 queens. The where is between the Shadowfell and the Feywild. The when is now, and the what is the story you are about to tell.
Oh, that sounds like some pretty heavy stuff.
Indeed.
Do you have other name other than Lady in Tower?
I do have a name other than that. It is not mine to give, though.
Oh, well then, can I call you Sunshine?
Oh, you may call me whatever you wish.
Oh, okay. Are you ready for snake dicks?
I'm not sure that anyone is ever ready for something as esoterically strange as that, but I will attempt to make sense of it. That is my rule.
Okay. Goodbye, Sunshine, and I'm gonna run over and hug her leg.
Okay. And she hugs you back, and then sits back down on the rock with her harp and begins to play while you leave the tower. And the page follows you back down as you rejoin Isla and Drift at the bottom of the tower. And the alleyman chuckles as you slip down.
Oh, hey there, bud. How'd it go then?
Oh, do you know what? The lady, she is super ready for you, but you know, she says that maybe your snake dicks is not so weird after all. Kinda. Also, that I got to take notes because you guys are going to make a beautiful love story.
What?
Yeah, you know, the story of love and friendship and battling.
Friendship, yes. We can.
Yes.
Story of friendship, yep. And then Isla's like looking side eye at Drift, like, have you guys, like, did you talk about me behind my back? Is this a plan? Is she your wingman?
Grift is also looking at Isla, very, very confused, and just kind of shrugs and starts walking up the stairs.
All right. Isla, you do see that your friend, your newfound goblin friend, is clutching a candle in her hand. A charmingly green candle with a green flame.
Well, that's not something you see every day. That's, where did she give that to you?
No, it was on the stairs and I fell on it. Well, I didn't fall on it. I fell like where the stuff was. And then when I came up, it was in my hand. And she says that it will never go out.
Oh.
And the alleyman steps forward out of the shadows and looks at the candle and says, that's where that went to.
Do you want it back?
No, my dear, it's yours now. It has claimed you, clearly.
Oh. So it is named Star because it has the light and it never goes out. And, I don't know where to put it. I was thinking about putting it on my head.
Oh.
Above my heart.
Oh.
Like a little goblin mining helmet.
Yes.
You know what? Actually, I think I can help you with that. I'm very good at basket weaving and hat weaving. Let me just find some. I'll make you a hat that can hold it. All right?
Oh, that would be. You are the best friend.
Thank you. And she's gonna start looking around for like reeds and other things to use to weave a fucking hat to hold a candle.
Right?
Jesus.
No hat.
Candle hat.
All right. And Drift, as you are climbing the stairs behind the page, you don't have any trouble. Your your mannerisms of making your way through life have been a challenge to you, but you're a survivor, and you easily make your way over the stones and up these stairs. Rickety and unwieldy as they are, they don't pose a challenge or a bother to you, and you make your way into the chamber of the lady who is 100% still playing her harp as she sits in there, sort of facing away from the door, her profile to you, and you are struck by her ethereal beauty.
Yeah, so I think Drift walks in and he's a little distracted. He's kind of holding out the waist of his pants and looking down with a confused expression. And here's the music and looks at us. Oh, hey there, bud. Neat harp.
Oh, lovely to meet you. And she sets it aside and says, your companion, indicated that you had a question for me, and I see you pulling your pants out a little bit. Is there a problem? She said something about a snake, something or other, and the male portion of the anatomy, and I mean, I don't usually answer anatomical questions, but I suppose we can try.
Oh, sure, you betcha. I'll tell you what, I'm sorta adrift here. I'll be honest. I've been sent by the Raven Queen, I think, to see the Queen of Ravens. You know, normally my errands are much more straightforward. You know, go here, kill this person, come back. That's that's about it.
I see. Oh, so you are an emissary of the Raven Queen. How interesting.
Oh yeah.
And she takes this deck of cards from the page and starts laying out a spread of cards. And says, well, let's see what the cards tell us about why you're here. And the first card she pulls is the Undaunted. And it doesn't look like anything you recognize. It looks like a small creature looking up at a weird sort of plant that might be animated type monsterish thing. And then behind it there is a glowing pink moon in the sky. And she says, this card has always baffled me. I do not understand it. But I believe it might symbolize something to you. It literally means the unconquered. The one who remains.
Yeah, I think that resonates. I think for a long time that's been Drift, just kind of drifting, just existing, and there's a lot of things he doesn't understand, but also doesn't feel the need to understand.
He just kind of looks on with her.
It continues.
And she says, I believe that when you consult with the Queen of Ravens, you may find that she has a very important task for you. Possibly for your companions as well. Your goblin friend, she is the storyteller, so you will find that consulting her may be confusing, but also will prove worthwhile. Your Asimar friend is connected to the land in ways that she does not yet fully understand, and I certainly do not understand. So when you find yourself in times of conflict or issues or problems, consult with her as well. She has deep connections to this place, deeper than she knows.
Yeah, bud, I think I know what you mean. She's real shiny, isn't she?
Well, they both are. In their own way, they both shine brightly. your goblin friend was gifted with the ever burning candle as well. So she brings light into just about every situation. So as you go forward, I think you will find answers to more questions than you know you have.
Right, bud. So anyway, about the snake dicks.
I got nothing with that. She looks at you frankly and says, no, I don't. Yeah, no, I don't. Other than the fact that you appear to be male and snake-like, got nothing here.
Yeah, he just kind of shrugs and turns around and leaves.
Oh my god! Jesus.
Too damn cute.
So what about those snake dicks?
Okay, 10-minute break because I need some more tea because I'm getting my voice is getting a little bit.
Oh,
So yeah, what do you guys think so far?
Oh my god, this is hilarious. I love it.
Love it.
I like that all. I've got hiccups. All of the cards seem to hit, man.
Dude, this
Yeah, no
deck
kidding.
literally is my worst nightmare.
If you didn't believe in this shit, you'd almost be like, okay, hold on a second. This is just too coincidental.
Oh, it was funny. I adamantly refused to get a reading until Alex was like, yeah, no, let Wilde read me with that deck. And it was so on point, it was scary.
I love it.
Oh, this is so fun. I'm just loving like the role play.
It makes it. Oh, go ahead, Wilde.
I basically had a rudimentary thing where I pulled the 8 queens out of the deck and said, yeah, no, nobody drew one of the queens for the story, for making their characters, so I'm going to use them as the start of my story. And I picked the star card because it's such a beautiful landscape. And I said the rest of it, I'm not doing anything. And I'm literally drawing cards.
Yeah, sorry. Snake Dick was perfect.
The whole. So about that snake dick. Yep, no idea. Yep, me neither.
And it's now the central theme of the whole arc.
Yup.
Oh my god.
About the snake dicks.
And Gala got the first magic item. And is that not a perfect magic item? Hello.
I love
a candle that does not go out.
Oh, and as I was after I got the pebble, right? I was looking through my character sheet and I realized one of my spells is the magic pebble.
Oh my god.
It's just fucking perfect.
Alright, so I'm going to make your pebble a magic item then. In that case, you may use it for magic pebble. As often as you wish, it will always come back to you.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yes! Yeah, my description for it, when I added it to my inventory, it is small pebble of jade. Description, may or may not have the ability to speak. Because I don't fucking know.
I'm just loving this so far. I don't know about you guys, but I no work in this campaign other than pulling the 8 queens out and the star card. I think it's fun. I'm having fun. It's a great story. I hope you're recording this with me.
Oh yeah, I'm recording.
That's cool.
Oh, good.
I can never let the snake dick go unnoticed by YouTube. And I will be marking this 18 or older, obviously.
Yeah, no. I think, we were in doubt as to whether or not by the cards would work. I'd say it's working.
It's scary working. Like I said, this deck is not fucking around.
Now, Dippy, how many of your recordings end up not being marked 18 or older?
Literally, it's a default setting now on my channel.
Right, except I think maybe one.
Like YouTube has figured out, and they when I upload a new video, it automatically marks it as 18 or older, and then it asks me if I want to change my mind.
Oh my!
Yeah,
that.
also I've gotten flagged when I didn't mark it 18 or older. I got flagged, so
Shit, we ended up getting one completely removed, didn't we?
Yup.
Which one was that?
That was one of our it wasn't even a game. It was just us talking for 2 hours.
It was our rebuttal to the Amber Heard stuff.
Yeah.
Oh. It was enter respectfully.
And YouTube
Yes.
said, no.
Y'all bitches crazy. You need to
I mean, honestly though, when I got the message from YouTube and they were like, "We're not going to upload this," and I was like, you know what? I get it. That's fine. That's fair.
Yeah, good call, YouTube. Good call.
Good call. YouTube. This isn't appropriate for any audience.
Right? It's inappropriate for us.
I mean, yeah. So, Joe, just a little background on what that was. It was Dippy and Gala and I in a conversation, sort of in a podcast-style conversation, about dealing with abuse trauma.
Okay.
Which, to be fair, it was incredibly graphic. We were very, very open about our stories. But at the same time, I'm a little pissed off that YouTube shut me down for that one.
Agreed.
I think it's because I think they try to monitor the words
It's the language
that start with SA and the
big
R
word. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's okay that you're forced to have a child because of it, but heaven forbid that you mention that it happened.
Don't say the word that caused it because oh my god, you'll get censored.
Right?
America.
Yeah.
This is America.
Yeah.
Yep.
We don't need that.
Well, and I did because you can appeal or whatever. So I hit the appeal button. I still have yet to hear back.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're gonna tell me again. No, we're not gonna post that. And I'm gonna be like, okay, well, fun story. I have an editing software. I'll just censor all the trigger words and upload it again.
Right? Shit, you can send me the thing and I can practice doing it to see if I can get it into a format that we could.
Well, here's the funny thing. If I censor all of the words but then also upload subtitles, I can use all of the trigger words in the subtitles. YouTube, there's so many stupid loopholes, and YouTube is trying to be woke, and I'm like, stop.
Yeah, there was just another law that came out, I think, yesterday in Canada about YouTube, but I haven't checked it out yet.
I'm
right.
stuck on Mark Zuckerberg sitting on a booster seat at Congress.
Hey,
oh my god!
Hey, I can't say shit. I can't say shit because I can sit in a car seat.
Oh my. Okay, can we move quickly? Are we playing D&D or what?
Is Zuckerberg little? I didn't even know that.
No, he wasn't little. It was that the seat was the seat table ratio wasn't up to par, and they had to give him a booster.
Big table, little chair.
Yeah, so they gave him a 5-inch cushion to sit on.
Wow.
It was he sat down and he looked like a little kid at the dinner table, and before he even started talking, an aide came in with a booster and was like, no, if you want to be taken seriously, you have to look like an adult.
God.
At least look like one.
Look like one. What was that, Stephen?
Steven's saying he needs a booster to target Congress. Meanwhile, Stephen can't get into a 4-door sedan without bumping his head. Because 6'3".
Aww, my beautiful giant man.
Send me some inches.
I heard it.
Nope.
Don't mean that way.
I'm sorry.
Surprisingly.
My whole brain is a sewer.
We love you,
And I'm
Dixie.
the short one.
We expect nothing less.
Yep.
We knew if there was an innuendo, you would find it.
Yep. Even if there's not one to be found, I will make it sexual. Guarantee.
All right, back to the game as you are escorted away from the tower and back to the plaza of the fountain. And the page tells you that you have had your audience with the lady, and the alleyman oddly accompanies you and says, okay, I hope you got the answers you were looking for. In my experience, people seldom get the answers they're looking for, but they usually get the answers they need. And what are your plans now?
Oh,
Well,
shit.
there, bud. How do I need to see the Queen of Ravens, I suppose.
And the page looks at you and says, well, the audience day will be tomorrow, so you'll be able to see her tomorrow.
Is he still using his hands to talk?
Oh, the alleyman constantly is moving his hands, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Isla is like a good 5 feet behind him. She's not getting anywhere within range of this windmill person.
Right? It's graceful. His hand motions are very graceful, and you realize that quite a lot of the time that when he's speaking, his hands are actually talking for him. He's like a sign language interpreter. His hands are actually making the motions of the words.
So is he actually verbally speaking a lot of the time, or is half of it like hand motions that we just kind of interpret as verbal speech?
No, he enunciates all of the words that you hear. He enunciates and speaks.
Okay. I'm just trying to get a visual of this. Sorry, I'm so sorry.
Go ahead,
Joe. No, just talk.
Most of what Drift does is just like murder people for the Raven Queen, and it's always like interesting, shiny, unique people because that's what she collects. And he's just surrounded by pretty unique people right now, and he's starting to get itchy.
Oh God.
Well, I'm just looking around to kind of distract myself if we're gonna have to wait around for a whole day.
So the alleyman looks at you all and says, "Well, are you? Do you have rooms in the realm? Have you taken rooms?"
No.
Nope.
I think we all just got here.
Oh, I see. Well, I think you probably should find a place to stay for the evening, don't you think?
Oh yeah, bud. You got any recommendations then?
He says, "Yeah, no, I have something. There's a meeting house down the way, and he indicates an inn with the sign of a knight out in front." And he said, "The Knight's Arms will take you in. It's comfortable. It's not great, but it's comfortable."
Do you mind if I go see the Queen of Ravens or the Raven Queen with you? I have never seen a queen up close.
And he looks at you strangely and says, "No, you cannot see the Raven Queen. If you did, you would die. My dear, the Raven Queen is a goddess."
I think she meant the Queen of Ravens. Whoever Drift is going to see it. I would like to see it too.
Oh, well, the Queen of Ravens, she's one of the queens of the South. Audiences are tomorrow. If you want to see her, you can go ahead and apply for an audience.
We have to apply.
Well, yes, the queens are quite busy, and there are a lot of people that wish to see them.
Oh, all right then.
Illustrious person such as yourself will have no trouble obtaining an audience.
Now, who do we give this application to?
Well, when you come in the morning, there will be a page for the queens in attendance.
Oh, so it's like a first come, first served sort of thing.
More or less, those who come first and are most diligent in reading generally do get seen. If not first, at least during the day. If you come in late and you're not maybe as diligent in your observations, maybe your request is put off to another day, and because people think that possibly it's not as important to you type situation. The queens will also occasionally have a special focus on something. Maybe somebody arrives that is as pertains to their own special interest, and they'll have them summoned in, sooner rather than later. It can be a little arbitrary, but generally it works out in the end, and people don't seem to resist or have any kind of difficulty with it.
Well, I mean, Isla kind of turns to the other two. I generally get up right before sunset or sunrise, so I can do a little bit of a ritual. If you'd like, I can just wake you up, and then we can go straight there, and we'll probably be the first ones.
Oh, sure, bud. That sounds real nice.
Why do you keep calling me Bud?
Maybe it is because you are flower.
Oh, I'm sorry, friend.
Oh, that sounds worse. You can keep calling me Bud.
Oh, you betcha.
Oh my God.
You have... All right.
I love that Drift is just this innocuous sounding Midwestern assassin.
His voice is killing me.
I love it.
I personally don't know how to react to it.
It's beautiful.
I love it, yes.
It's so perfect.
He's super high charisma, but all he really does is murder people, and isn't morally bothered by that at all.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful.
I love him.
Oh my God! If Wyatt was a murder hobo.
I might only ever play high charisma characters from now on.
It's a lot of fun.
You know what? I'm behind this 1,000%, Joe.
I mean, to be fair, my highest charisma character is Enoch, and half the time she doesn't use words correctly.
And she also cheerfully murders people.
Oh,
there you go.
On the regular.
She loves murder.
I'm a big believer in high persuasion basically being like D&D superpowers.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it really is.
I'm
it
just
really
loving
is.
the fact that Steven and I just realized that we are the perfect murder team.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
Not even murder, just torture.
So, are you going to explore the city of the realm between, or are you making your way to the inn, or what are you doing?
Should we at least book our rooms for the night, right? And then maybe go see what's around town?
Yeah, that's a plan, bud.
Do you guys maybe think that maybe we go to the person with the cards and be like, hey, excuse me, can you tell us what we're supposed to do? And then he gives us a card and then we fuck off?
That could
And the alley man looks at you and says, what cards are you talking about?
There's cards.
I think she means what the caretaker of the fountain had a deck of cards.
Oh yeah, the lady's page. Well, I have cards too. And he pulls them from his pack, and you see that it's an identical deck.
Oh.
Yeah, Drift draws one, and
Oh.
hands it to him again without looking.
All right, and the card you have drawn is
More snake dicks. It's snake nipples this time.
Every single snake dick.
Now that can't be too many of those in this deck.
There's literally one.
No, the card you have drawn is Temperance, and it is a figure without face, but holding 2 cups, overflowing with bounty, and standing sort of 1 foot in the river and 1 foot on land. And he says, well, I would take that to mean that your plan of going to the inn and taking a room at the inn is probably a wise move. The bartender there will very definitely have libations for you, but maybe imbibe with a little bit of temperance and wisdom. And, go forward a little cautiously.
That sounds amazing. Look at that. We are already, like, doing stuff together. We are party people.
Party. Yeah. All right. Yes. Let's party. Isla looks incredibly uncomfortable with the idea of partying, but she's like, yay!
All right.
You sounded uncomfortable. Are you okay with parties?
No, not really.
Do you like music?
I do like music, yes.
Do you like dance?
Like musical bands, yes.
Oh, well then see, you are already partier.
Does that just liking music makes you a party person?
Yes.
Oh, well then yes, let's party.
What about you, Drift? Do you like party?
Oh, you betcha.
This is going to be amazing.
Oh my god.
Do you guys?
Drift's face says that he clearly does not like partying.
Do you guys mind if I like write down all the party stuff that we do?
I mean, I feel like, what stays in the middle realm, like what happens in the middle realm should stay in the middle realm, you know what I mean?
Okay, so we only tell people in middle realm. That way your mom don't find out how party you get.
I was on why the middle realm was called Vegas.
Yeah, no, we're in Vegas.
That's a good name.
Wait, what do you mean by... So wait, if you write down what we're doing, you're telling me that this could get back to my mum?
Only... Okay, look, I am not the best bard. So probably not, but I mean, maybe.
To be fair, I haven't actually done anything wrong yet, but I also don't want my mum to know that I'm hanging out with snakes for dicks.
But at least if you don't come home with your own snake dicks, you will be fine.
Hey, bud, that's still just a rumor.
Is it though? Is it really? What did the lady say to you about your snake dicks?
She's supposed to have the answers. I think she was a bit confused as well.
So she doesn't even know about how to fix your snake dick.
Look, bud, I'll tell you what. And Drift's gonna reach into his pocket and just pull out a single black raven feather and hand it to Isla. So why don't you just hold on to that then? And I don't think your mom's gonna find out anything.
What?
All right. So Isla, you may add a feather of the Raven Queen to your inventory, and as that happens, the alley man turns a card and says, one blessed by the hunter.
What did he just do to me? What did she's like holding it out at arm's length? Like, wait, what do you mean blessed? What did he just do?
So I will tell you what the card means after you tell us what the feather means, please, Silas.
Oh, that's So that's kind of how Drift marks things for the Raven Queen. So if he kills somebody and then like puts a feather over their eyes, they're going to Shadowfell. Or if like there's an item he wants to send to the Raven Queen, he'll put a feather on it. So he's just just in case you if you this, it sounds like this night might get a little interesting. So just in case you pass, that's
So he's gifted you the dedication to the Raven Queen, which is not necessarily a threat against your life, but it is a promise that should your life pass, you will join him at the court of the Raven Queen in the Shadowfell.
yeah.
And
I think to Drift's death isn't an end. All you're really doing is switching planes, and that's part of why he's got no real moral feelings about it.
does Isla have any clue what this means?
He's not he's a wing
In combination with the hand of the hunter, hold on 1 second here. Let me get that card meaning here. 1 second. I do have to look up some of these still. I have not quite memorized it all yet.
No,
I mean, I have tried, but I haven't memorized it all yet. So,
Silas is a tour guide.
right?
He's an army recruitment officer.
So let me find the hand of the hunter here. Well, all right, while you guys are figuring that, 1 second here. Let me find this card. Okay.
No, you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm adding it to my inventory.
Yeah, use the feather of the Raven Queen. Actually, call it a Raven Queen's favor.
Ooh.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, favor of the Raven Queen. I like that.
But to be clear, he's definitely lying about this, hiding anything from your mom.
Yeah, I figured. He's like, yeah, no, take this feather. Your mom won't know anything. And
Right.
despite the fact that she's covered in half rotten moss, she wasn't born yesterday, sir.
So the alley man flourishes this card in front of you between two fingers and hands it to you and says, "Few things are as sacred as your connection to nature, the land and its bounties." The hunter embodies that, and the hand of the hunter is that thing which connects us with tools, with food, with care, with all things we need in life. With our hands we plant seeds, we kill a deer, with the skin we fashion clothing to survive the land's winter. Even now, if we are quite beyond nature, we are still nature's children and still connected to the land. You, dear, are connected to the land. This much is obvious. This much the lady told you. The card is now telling you this as well. And as a marked person with favor of the Raven Queen, you are doubly connected, both here, within the realm between, and I believe with the Shadowfell now as well. You can walk freely between the Feywild, the realm between, and the Shadowfell.
Oh. So it's like a little pass to like cross borders without, like I can get a stamp on my little passport and then move through.
If there is land to walk on between the realms, you may walk there. You are a creature of the land.
Is she an actor?
I like that. That's nice. Thank you for the feather, Drift. It's weird. Are you sure this will, like, my mum won't know?
Yeah, he just winks at you.
I hate what you just did with your face. I don't believe you anymore.
So, Meta, I took Zone of Truth, thinking that I would need it for somebody outside the party.
Yeah. No, I think you might need it within your party.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We are all the shittiest people. Oh my god.
So he walks you down to the Knight's Arms, opens the door for you, and you find yourself inside facing... Ah, this is interesting. It's our first reversed card.
Ooh.
The innkeeper, who is Le Capuchin,
Hmm?
The what?
What?
the traitor.
Oh shit.
Can I see?
But it is reversed. So he was a traitor at some point in time in his past, possibly a displaced knight. But now he is a loyal subject of the realms and a loyal friend to any who befriend him.
It looks like Friar Tuck doing a handstand.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That was just like the first thing that came to my brain and I said it out loud.
And he does indeed look as if he were a monk or a friar, standing behind the bar of the Knight's Arms and says, "Welcome, welcome all. And can I get you anything?"
Oh, we're supposed to party, so what do you suggest for a good party?
And he looks at you and says, "Well, it's still early in the day, so I would say start with ale, because if you start with the strong stuff, your party's going to be over quickly."
Ale, everyone is, yeah, good.
Yeah, that sounds real good, bud. And how about, can we see your cheese menu?
Oh, yes.
I don't really have a menu. We have the plowman's lunch, which is, good aged cheese, and a pint of ale or wine, whichever you prefer. And some bread, some pickles, and a little bit of the prepared meats that we have for the day.
Yeah, how about three of them?
This is up, indeed, absolutely. And he produces a pint of ale for all of you. Jade, your pint cup is the size of your head. And he puts a plowman's lunch in the center of the table, which consists of a wheel of a hard-aged but good-tasting cheese, a loaf of bread, several bowls with pickles of various kinds. There's cucumbers and radishes and what have you, all pickled, and they're on the table in front of you, pickled onions and what have you. Also some pickled eggs, and a large hunk of roast something.
Roast beast.
That's cold to be, taken, cut off in chunks and made into sandwiches. And a big pot of mustard.
Yes.
I mean, I was going to say, I'm just now reciting Dippy's dream meal, I think.
Literally, I am sitting here oh my fucking god.
And it's like 7 minutes till lunchtime right now, and you're making me hungry.
Amazing.
A good plowman's lunch is a good thing.
I just inhaled noodles, so I'm good.
Now, Jade is like carrying around an instrument, right?
Yeah, Jade's got a pink guitar on her back.
Oh, hey there, Jade. You probably get this all the time, then, don't you? But you wanna play us a song?
Do you think? Excuse me, in barkeeper.
Oh yes, yes.
Do you mind if I do my thing?
Oh.
Look, I mean, entertainment is always welcome. Always welcome.
Okay, so she is going to attempt to play.
I need a performance roll.
Okay, so depending on how the performance roll goes,
Oh, and because she said she wanted to play, I'm gonna touch her guitar and cast the cantrip light so that there's essentially just like a spotlight on her.
Oh, right. So you
Right in her eyes.
You set the on the floor in front of you, and your friend casts light on your guitar, and the guitar just sort of lights up and glitters and fills the space around you with this pink glow, which wars with the green glow from your candle as you sit there kind of in a pool of colored light. And you perform. I mean, you're not warmed up. You're not. The audience is not used to your style, but you perform adequately. It's not your best performance. It's certainly not your worst.
I'm getting it. If you guys turn it down on Fredbot, it should make it less loud for you guys.
Oh, I can hear it now. Oh my god, I love this.
Some bardcore.
So Capuchin says, yeah, no, this is I approve. You can, if you want to play, your meals are free as long as you wish to play.
Oh.
For all three of us?
As long as you don't cause any trouble.
I don't think we will just, I will try not to cause trouble.
I promise I have no intention of causing any trouble.
Alright, if nothing gets broken, then you don't have to pay anything. If you break shit, you pay for it.
And Isla might be the first druid that anyone has seen who's slamming meat into her sandwich. And when if anyone gives her a sideways glance, she's like, everyone needs protein.
Right?
She is
I feel like a circle of the land.
Circle of the land druid. She is all about the circle of life. Nature is nature. I need meat to survive. So do other animals. It's all fine.
Yeah, that's just nature.
Exactly. Yep, exactly. And I feel like Drift would have no trouble with being a little bit of a carnivore as well. As a matter of fact, you might be an obligate carnivore a little bit there.
Yeah.
Like my ferrets. Sorry.
Yeah, so you probably ignoring the bread and the pickles and just kind of going for the cheese and the egg and the meats.
Yeah, I think so. Not a lot of green stuff in Drift's diet.
Right?
You should try a pickle with the meat. It's
and I'm very sure that goblins are omnivores.
She's after she's done playing, she's exhausted, sweaty. My candle hat is kind of drooping, and I just need the meats and the cheeses and lots of ale.
That was really, really good, Jade.
I've had better.
No, it was lovely. I ate and I enjoyed. It was almost better than the ladies' hot playing.
Oh, maybe after our stories that I got to write, maybe I could come back and jam out with her. That would be,
That would be amazing. I would pay for a ticket to see that.
And Alleyman says, yeah, so would I. That would be a fun concert. I would really enjoy that. You did play very well.
Oh my god, he's still here.
Oh shoot, bud. I didn't see you there.
Jesus Christ, he's still here.
Yeah, and he says, yeah, no, I'm gonna stick with you guys for a while. You're interesting people, and I'm enjoying my time with you.
It's like,
but how those candles doing?
Huh?
How are those candles doing, bud?
Oh, they'll be fine without me. It's the end of the day. I'll light them again tomorrow.
Is it weird that when he's not talking, I don't actually see him?
Yeah, it's real weird.
Is that just me?
Oh, Jacob.
No, I think it's all of us.
Like, he's not talking right now, and I feel like he's not here.
You know, he's creeping me out a little bit. I got a way to get rid of him, but I have a feeling you wouldn't like it.
Is it murder?
I mean,
Yeah,
is
it
murder?
It would be, yes. Just, please don't.
Is it though?
Yes, it is.
See,
If
I was right.
If you just kill a man because he makes you uncomfortable, it is murder.
Oh, if you say so, bud.
I do.
Is that the definition of murder?
No, God, no. No, that's just like one example of murder. Do I need to have a conversation with you two? Is that what... Should we have a conversation about this?
What is murder?
Being responsible for it. I know, it's weird, isn't it?
I feel uncomfortable with this position. What do you two consider murder?
Suppose I haven't never really thought about it.
That's concerning.
I mean, it's a big multiverse, ain't it? Though. I mean, people are dying all the time, and you know, if a couple more die today, is it really that different? And you know, everybody's gonna die at some point, ain't they?
Oh my God, we're not talking about the death toll of the world. We're talking about what you think murder is.
I mean, really, it's just like a trip, you know. You don't just stop being. You just go somewhere else when you die. And maybe you go somewhere better. Maybe you go somewhere worse. That ain't nothing to me. It's, you know, that's between you and your gods and your people.
Still not answering my question. If you were to stab somebody in the face right now and they died, would you consider that murder?
Hey, barkeep. I think Isla needs another drink.
Oh my god.
But what did he do to get stabbed in the face? Because sometimes, you know, stabbings in faces are, like, appropriate.
Well, yes, if it's in self-defense, obviously. But if you just randomly, if someone said something mean to you and you stabbed them and killed them, that's murder.
Yeah, sure, that sounds good.
That is called getting a promotion.
What?
I do have a separate room from them, correct?
And the barkeep comes up, Capuchin comes up and says, yes, no, I have 3 rooms available.
I'm going to bed now. I will wake you both up before sunrise. We will go and get you your audience with your Queen of the Ravens or whatever. Until then, I'm locking my door. Do not
have a good sleep then, bud.
What was that?
It is only noon.
I'm going to my room. You two are insane.
She must be real tired then.
So tired.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
So,
All right, so Isla makes her way up to her room, and it's a decent room. This is a relatively nice inn. It's not perfect. It's not great, but it's not terrible. And you find yourself in a comfortable space. That is going to cost you 1 gold per night. By the way, guys, meta, you all have 50 gold.
Oh, yay!
Just to start with, you have traveling money.
Okay, right, we'll get that.
I'm just gonna pretend to write that down.
So I'm down to 49.
Yeah, everybody's down to 49 because you're taking the room for the night.
I love how he said, I'm going to pretend to write it down.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I've ever kept track of gold in a one-shot.
Oh,
That's just me.
Something tells me this might be more than one shot.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid it's very much more than one shot because I'm very definitely not getting to the point of anything here.
And I am too invested in this character to let this be a one shot.
Right?
Well, God, now I hope Griff doesn't kill you.
Dude, what the fuck?
So what is this murder stuff she was talking about? Like, where I come from, the people, we kill each other all the time.
Yeah, I don't know, but I think she's just one of those people that thinks about things a lot.
Wow. Why would somebody want a brain if they got to think all the time?
Yeah, Drift just kind of holds up his glass of wine for cheers.
Yes. More. Do you think it is time for shots yet?
I mean, yeah, you do you, bud.
Okay.
Up in my room, I'm gonna sit on the floor and I'm gonna put the little pebble on the floor and I'm gonna put the black feather on the floor. I'm gonna sit in front of them. And I'm just gonna kind of contemplate both of them for a while and then go, so, I don't usually pray, because that's weird. However, Wild Mother, I feel like I need some help here, because on one hand, the rock was totally and 100% thrown at me. And then the feather, I feel, is a weird invitation to being killed by someone that I just met. And I don't know what to do right now. Please help.
Alright, make a religion check.
Oh boy.
Unless you're choosing to do some kind of channel divinity thing, which I don't think you have yet.
I don't have that, and also, if it's a religion check, I almost want to make it at... Well, okay, it's +0, so that's almost just... Can I make it at disadvantage, though? Because she's not religious.
Yeah.
Okay, so disadvantage. This should be good.
And as you're making the appeal to the Wild Mother, you don't feel as if she's leading you one way or another, but in the window flies a moth.
Oh, hello, bug. I won't kill you. How are you doing?
And I'm going to give you a close-up of this card.
Oh god, it's my Break Bills moth.
It's got a skull on it and everything.
Holy shit.
Is that a death's head moth? Is that what they're called?
Yes, it is. And you realize that the Wild Mother is telling you that in life there is always death, and in death there is the rebirth of life. That nature is the cycle of life and death, and that you know this. This is internal to who you are.
Some real
And that
shit.
you have been gifted a symbol of life. The green stone is jade, which traditionally does represent life and the meaning of gems. And you've been gifted a symbol of death. The Raven Queen is literally a goddess of death, but not a negative goddess. She is not an evil goddess. She is the goddess of death accepted and death in its own time.
Alright.
And so the Wild Mother is basically telling you that life is what you make of it, and death happens.
Okay, I was more looking, in the sense of, how do I avoid this guy that I just met from killing me. But you know what? Everything's fine. I'm pretty sure I can handle it. Moth.
And as you say, I'm pretty sure I can handle it. As you say, I'm pretty sure I can handle it. A wave of well-being comes over you. And your communion with the Wild Mother is largely unsatisfactory as far as your answer is concerned, but still satisfactory in that it gives you a feeling that she's with you, that your connection is there. And the moth flies out the window again.
Bye. Thank you for nothing. That was great. I'm going to bed now.
I mean, I wasn't sure how to interpret that card, but I don't think there's any other way to interpret it in this situation.
I think that was perfect.
Moth. Moth.
And absolutely nothing ominous about that.
She's going to bed. Her internal clock's going to go off at like 5:30.
Right. What did you say, Joe?
I said, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's really just nothing ominous at all about that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just I wouldn't worry about it.
Not at all. No worries. It's totally fine.
Enjoy playing that character for a long, long time.
Wow, Joe. Wow.
Oh my god.
Can I fight him? Like, not in character. Can I just fight him?
Hold on, I'll send you my address.
Bro, seriously don't, because I'm crazy enough to go there.
With that, I think we're going to call it for the day because we're well past the 2-hour mark. I'm going to go ahead and say that Silas and Jade spend the evening with both the Alleyman and with Capuchin the innkeeper and a few other patrons of the tavern. Jade performs a couple more times, and Jade, I need you to roll a d8.
Dun, 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 dun. Coming over to my computer. I'm using my really nice pride dice. And it is coming up a 4.
Okay, you wind up getting yourself tipped 4 silver for your performances for the night.
Wow. So 50
Nice.
How many gold was the rooms?
1 gold per night.
So 53.
How are you accepting your tips?
Do you know she has this upside down drum, which is basically it's a pot where she like cut out the metal and she tied a piece of leather that she got when she killed a horse, because the horse was like evil. Or, you know, it wasn't so much evil as it was,
I mean, it could have been, you don't know.
It kicked her in the face, and she went stupid for a little while, and then when she woke up from her coma, she was like, I'm going to fucking kill you, horse. And the horse was like, oh yeah, and then it bit me, and, you know, it was nuts. But now it is my drum. Her name is Bessie.
Yeah.
So that,
And now you see why I had extreme confidence that this group could work, because I rely on things like Gala making a drum out of a horse that kicked her and bit her.
And making a drum and march.
Yeah, I think
casual conversation.
Drift is just gonna say, yeah, bud, that was real good. Thanks for the music, and he'll tip you a little black feather in your drum.
oh, that is amazing. Now, me and Eiley, we are like super twins.
Yeah, bud.
All right.
Gotcha.
So add a favor of the Raven Queen to your inventory as well. And with that,
loving
we
the fact that our new friend is very quietly trying to kill us because he has nothing better to do for 24 hours.
No desire to kill you. Just if you die, or if at some point I get the desire to kill you, now I know where you're going.
Right? And
Exactly.
it's great because, like, he's going to be stuck with us forever.
Forever.
Right. Look at it this way. He's not trying to kill you. He's just kind of ensuring that you have a one-way ticket to a realm that he knows is not hell.
Yeah.
Should you die.
I like it.
Just in case. He's not planning
Just
it.
in case. No.
No.
Not at all.
No.
You know, I could do a Zone of Truth, and we could find out if he's really doing it.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, bud.
No reason.
You guys are
I
beautiful.
love the accent, man.
Dude,
This
I
really
love it.
works
I love it.
so perfect.